evening, Wellness Warriors. Welcome to Empower Hour on the 5th of the 1st, 2020. We're here tonight talking mental health and wellbeing, opening up the lovely conversations around our mental health and well-being and how we get on each day. And yes, I'm your host, Carla Andrews, and you are going to be stuck with me for as long as you want. And hopefully that'll be the whole hour. So tonight we're going to be talking learning and spontaneity. Get it there in the end. Spontaneity. That's it. Got my teeth in now. So, hello, Vicky. Vicky's just popped up to say hello. Great to see that you're here with us. So many of you are here at the start of the hour. That's awesome. Right. So, I've been thinking, as I do, about a comment made on our Happy Hub Facebook page at Christmas time. Someone put, why are we helping people that are struggling? And I know we talked about this on an Empower Hour a couple of weeks ago, but why are we helping people that are struggling? I've just done a quick Google of what percentage of our population are on minimum wage. Now, it didn't come up with exact figures, obviously, but it reckons about, well, the last census or whatever that accumulated that data was 2017, and it was 1.9 of the population were on minimum wage. Now, minimum wage is about £8.21 an hour. I know people that are struggling on even £9 an hour. Obviously, I know that there's massive disparity across the country, and obviously London and Essex, and I'm probably sure Surrey and Oxford, because of the house prices, they make a massive difference. It's a lot cheaper up north, so I'm told. Don't know personally, but so I'm told. So I helped someone this week with some of their calculations of their money. I'm working 40 hours a week, and they were a person in their 30s, their own flat, which, well, bedsit, to be fair. The rent was £120 a week. With everything, all their outgoing bills, and I'm talking about just pure minimum bills, nothing, there was no fancy stuff in there, actually took all of their wages, absolutely every last penny, and left very little for food. Now, when you're working hard, 40 hours a week, a lot of hours, and you can literally just cover your bare basics. There's no holidays in there, there's no shopping trips for clothes, but you're just on bare minimum, and you're scraping to buy a loaf of bread, milk, etc. Something's really wrong, isn't it? Now, I do know we've had some junior motivators in the past that have gone and got jobs in the city at 18 years old, 25 grand. And I remember when one of our junior motivators done that, I was like, what? Like, you're 18 and that's your starting wage? And I appreciate that there are certain industries and certain where people can get better money, but there are so many people that are still struggling on minimum wage, or, I mean, even motivated minds. When we bid for stuff, we're questioned. When we bid for our work, we're questioned, like, how much we pay people an hour, and if you put X amount, they'll try and knock you down. I've had it for years where we'd say, oh, well, we want this an hour to cover a member of staff. And they're like, oh, well, no. And it's really impossible for people. So what do we do? Because that's the point. Like, we can all bitch for as long as we want about, oh my God, it's a horrible world, it's tough, it's da da da. But what can we do? So in the 2 weeks holidays, I've had lots of time off and I've been on the internet. I found eco eggs. Um, Eco egg is a egg that big. It was £10, and not only is it great for the environment, it will do 210 washes, and it really is excellent. So I found this on. I belong to a group called Eco Essex, and I found them for the washing machine and for the tumble dryer. Again, £10 for the tumble dryer, and it saves about 28% of time of using the tumble dryer. Now, I'm lucky, I've got a tumble dryer, so I do consider myself privileged in that sense. But if we can try and save money on our bills, that's one thing we can do. Two is to, if you can access, like we get food given to us at Motivated Minds that we have at the Happy Hub, and anyone is more than welcome to come and get it. Now, some people have said to me, yeah, but there are people worse off than me, and the person that's telling me that is living on like one pot noodle a day. That's no, don't, like, if you need it, you come and get it. There's no shame in that. We don't question, you just come and get what you need. And if people can help us or anyone collect waste from supermarkets, there is so much waste. It's disgusting how much waste there is and how many people are really struggling out there. So if we can all do our bit, and not throw things away that are still good and pass them on to people in need, fantastic. I mean, I live on Marketplace now, Facebook Marketplace. The amount of stuff that I'm picking up, rather than buying it new, that people were done with and want to pass it on, it's fabulous. And I know so many of you have brought in suits to me, old telephones, and we can pass all of that on. So I think it's really important that we just all support one another. That's basically my point of that, is supporting one another. Right, so I've got some lovely hellos. I've got lovely Catherine with us. Good evening, Catherine. I've got Wendy with us. Hi, Wendy. 2 weeks I've had off of work. 2 whole weeks. I know some of you have been back to work already. How has your week gone? How many days did you have to do? Did you do 4, or did you get more holiday? I'm back tomorrow with my team. I can't wait. I've really missed them. I have seen Joe and Bonetta. I did a walk for wellness Thursday, and Joe joined me, and then I joined Bonetta's one on Friday. So I did get to see my guys, but briefly. I say I haven't worked, I have a little bit, but it doesn't feel like work when it's a nice walk and I get to catch up with my lovely guys and gals. So, yeah. Right, so be thinking, please, my lovelies, of your wellness wins for the week. Let me know your wellness wins. We'll do the cards later as well. The other thing I wanted to share with you this week is learning. I have been a little bit naughty because my New Year's goal was not to sit on a computer all day, literally for about 7 hours non-stop, but I have had to, because I had to submit a 22-page bid tonight. So I've had to do that and update 5 policies that go with the bid. So I've had a bit of a busy weekend, admitted, just on the sofa on the computer, but I've had to do it. So whilst I was doing that, though, I found some learning, some free courses. So what I'm going to do is put the links in here for you guys. So if you fancy this year taking on a bit of informal learning, and these ones that I'm putting up are from Open University. Oh, I nearly pressed end live link then. Right. yeah, there's some really good courses on there. So it might be something that you might just think, oh, I wouldn't mind dipping into. There was mental health and exercise I noticed on there. There was all sorts. Let me go back and have a quick look. Right, subjects from Open Learn, which, as I said, was part of the Open University. There's a health and sports and psychology section, money and business, education and development, history and arts, languages, nature and environment, society, politics, law. There's loads, absolutely loads. There's hundreds of free courses. So why not join up to something like that? I never thought I would enjoy learning, but I did it bit by bit, and yeah, I've got quite a few little qualifications behind me now. So, what's the best course you've ever been on? Catherine, I know that your employer would probably have sent you on a million over the years. So what's been one that you've really really enjoyed and taken away lots from? I mean, when you've been working for a while, in certain industries anyway, you get to do the safeguarding, equality and diversity, health and safety, first aid. You're sort of more or less doing it every 2 to 3 years. I think one of my favourites was Lead to Exceed. We did a level 5 Lead to Exceed with my last employer. That was really good, and I've enjoyed my coaching qualifications as well. They were good. You were very quiet tonight. Right. Okay, so while anyone, if you're interested in that, you have a look. Let's talk health, because we're 5 days into the new year. How's it gone? I've had a few messages of people, oh, I didn't realise it's first. I don't know how they missed it. It was the first. Or this has come up, or that's come up. And they've started to be really harsh on themselves already. I was like, don't worry about it. As long as you're mindful that you're moving more, if that's your goal, or watching what you eat. As long as, like, if you've still got chocolates left from Christmas, as long as you don't go buying new ones. Do you know what I mean? When you go shopping. So as long as you're mindful, don't go beating yourself up because your first 5, 6, 7 days haven't gone as planned. Yeah. With anyone that's working as well, or if you're a mum or a parent that's got children off, until things get back into your swing, your general swing of things, it's going to be all over the place anyway. So don't worry, don't beat yourself up. Just be mindful. God, 2020, and you've all gone quiet. You've all lost your tongues. Hi Claire, how are you? Everyone's really quiet tonight. Shh. Claire, I've just posted up some links for some learning. So if you fancied taking on any free learning, there's lots of short courses from Open University there. I thought that was quite handy when I found it earlier. So what are your wellness wins, Claire? What's been going well for you this week? I'm back at work tomorrow and I can't wait. That's going to be one of my future wellness wins, is that I get back into the swing of seeing my customers and my team. I will say as well, Charlie has said, I think doing things gradually is the key for me. Absolutely, Charlie. So trying to do, for some of us, things straight overnight from literally 31st to the 1st isn't doable. It's too much for some people. So if you want to do it gradual, that's absolutely fabulous. Have your eye on the goal and just work towards it day by day, or hour by hour if you have to, and build upon it. Nothing wrong with that. That is a good way to do it. Right, Catherine has said best courses at work, most challenging mental health for supervisors. It's a 2-day primer. Suicide, very hard topic, absolutely. Most enjoyable lately is cybersecurity for managers, a 5-day course. Wow, I can honestly say I've never done cybersecurity for managers, let alone in a 5-day course. So we'll have to get you to look over Motivated Minds cybersecurity, Catherine. It means that I have to change my password every 6 months, and I start screaming at the computer because I can't remember it. And I think the rest of my team will be like that next week when they come back and they can't remember their passwords. But that's as far as our cybersecurity goes. So, thank you very much for sharing them. What about your wellness wins, Catherine? How have they been going this week? So, wellness wins, guys, your 3 top things that have gone well for you this week. So, mine would be definitely catching up with family and friends. I've loved it. I've almost felt human. Number 2, we've had a second person sign up to make a monthly direct debit donation to Motivated Minds, which we will be launching this week. It's just been sitting there quietly on our top of our Facebook for a little while, in the local giving link. And 2 people over Christmas, well, one last night and one Christmas, signed up to make a monthly donation. So that's stupendous. That's fantastic and extremely privileged, because that money will go directly towards helping people. So, Claire says, I'm okay, thanks. I'll take a look. Need to keep busy. Wellness wins. Children back to school tomorrow. Whoop, whoop. I caught up with washing piles. Awesome. And seeing a friend. Oh, isn't it just nice when you catch up with someone that you haven't seen for a while and you can just offload, reminisce, feel like an adult again rather than like a mum or a person at work, or just absolutely, Claire. Oh, I'm glad that. And washing, oh, I hate washing. I'm lucky these days that I only have mine to do, but yeah, washing piles and putting it away was always my nightmare when I had my kids and they were young, because it'd be forever washing and putting away. And yeah, one of my best friends, bless her, she irons everything, even to this day, and she now irons all of her grandchildren's stuff as well. I'm like, I bought into buying stuff that doesn't need ironing about 15 years ago, and that suits me. Right, lovely Catherine. I was back on Thursday, but still have the same cold from before Christmas. Oh my God. Which progressively changed and keeps coming back, driving me nuts now, and the block nose, coffee, distracting stage. Yeah, unfortunately, that cold or flu, I think it was almost, has done the rounds with everyone over Christmas. We wish you better though, Catherine, and hope that tomorrow you wake up and it's all gone and gone finally. Charlie has said wellness wins, going back to work. Yes. Hiring new staff to keep with the workload. Absolutely, I know that one, Charlie. And seeing friends. Whoop whoop. Well done, Charlie. Right, what else have we got? See, you're all warming up now. Takes you a while to warm up. I'm joking, I'm sorry. Right. Okay. Claire has said, I hate washing so much. It's the putting away that is the worst. Girls put own washing away, but still have so youngest. I only iron uniform, and even that I end up putting more creases in than I started with. So excuse not to do it then, isn't it? So well done, Claire. Well done. One day they will grow up and move out, I promise. I'm halfway there myself. Right, my lovelies. I wanted to talk tonight. I've pulled one of the cards out early because I wanted to read, and I wanted to talk about this one, because I've pulled out from the Affirmators. So the lovely unicorn box, spontaneity. There we go. I'm saying it a bit better now. Spontaneity. This is the year that we're all going to aim to be a bit more spontaneous. Okay? Do you like spontaneous adventures of the highest caliber? The only acceptable answer is yes. So buckle up, Charlie. You're about to take a wild ride through the unexplored, unconventional, and underrated. You're about to learn that yes is a magic word with the power to unlock new dimensions in space, time, and after-hour hangouts. Yes will lead you to experiences you didn't think possible and teach you that lifelong friendships are sometimes lurking just behind a karaoke singer's mullet. Well, okay, not necessarily karaoke's mullet, but we all sit in this comfort zone where we're scared of trying new things, or we get trapped in this doing same old, same old. This year, in 2020, I want you all to aim to be a bit more spontaneous, okay? Even if it's one thing once a month, on said day, you wake up, you think, you know what, I'm going to throw caution to the wind and I'm going to drive to Brighton. I'm going to not do the washing and I'm going to, I don't know, take the kids swimming, or just aim to be a little bit more spontaneous. Now, I've always had a travel bug in me, and New Year's Eve, I was sitting here in my pyjamas, all alone, which I wanted to be, and I was reflecting on, first of all, the 10-year challenge, which was really interesting because I hadn't thought about the 10-year challenge until I saw it come up on Facebook. And I didn't realise it until I reflected, but the 10-year challenge for me was the year that I passed my degree, did my teacher training, did my got my first full-time job as a mummy. I bought my own house. I moved and bought my dream house. I've done it up. I've started Motivated Minds. I've just achieved so much in 10 years. And the 10 years before that was so broken. And the 10 years before that were even more broken. So I've gone woof in 10 years, where I'm in a really good position now. So that 10-year challenge was a really good reflection point for me, New Year's Eve. And I have always had this travel bug, and I thought, well, sod it. So I booked myself a £31 flight. Well, in all fairness, it was £20 one way, and I think it was about £11 back, to Barcelona, somewhere I've always wanted to go. And then I found a youth hostel for women only in Barcelona, so I've booked that as well. So in May, I am going on my spontaneous trip to Barcelona on my own, and I'm going to walk around the city for 5-6 days and just explore. So that was my bit of spontaneity. God. So let me know over the coming weeks for 2020 what you're going to be up to and what you've got planned. It's also it's also to help me, encourage me to keep on my fitness, so I can get up and get on an airplane seat and feel comfortable, and then walk around the city for days on end. Right, so Catherine has shared her wellness win. Totally lost all sense of time, so no idea when this week started or when this century started, it feels like. But you found Baywatch, Sun, Sea and Parents TV programme as one thing on TV my other half and I both enjoyed watching. Oh, I haven't seen that. I have to have a look. Got good sympathy from colleagues about how rough I looked on Thursday, so I know I'm not imagining it. Only you, Catherine. Did they not send you home? Did you not put it on that much that you got set home? And can I get in early and say, if you're doing karaoke night, the answer is allowed to be no, for the sake of Basildon eardrums in my case. Yeah, no, we're not going to be as spontaneous as karaoke nights. But you never know what we've got up our sleeves. We've been contacted by a local organisation over the holidays, over the festive period, offering us some fantastic discounts. So, guys, hopefully in a couple of weeks, we might be able to launch something else. Right, the lovely Alex has joined us. Good evening, Alex. Catherine has said, question, how do you balance yes, and having a partner and 2 kids? As a singleton, the only thing that stops you are time choices, money, and fear. But with kids, surely it's different. Absolutely, it is different. However, you could do it with kids. Like, it's not just to single people. It could be something with kids. It could be like you wake up in the morning and you think, oh, I need to do washing, I need to go food shopping. Oh, sod it, I'll get a delivery in, or we'll have takeaway tonight, but we'll go to the zoo today. Or, do you know what I mean? A trip to London. I went to London, told you, I think, last week. And I went to Carnaby, Camden Lock, Camden Market, and it's brilliant. So grab the kids and head up to London, or do something like that. If not, you get your partner a nice dinner the night before, and you buy flowers, or you whatever makes them happy, whatever ticks their box, and then the next morning you go, oh, by the way, darling, I'm just heading out. I'll only be an hour. Try that. And if you get divorce papers, it's not my fault. Good evening, Karen. Karen, you're saving the day. I better get off that subject before I do get partners now texting through going, oi. Right, Claire has said, 2020, I plan to be healthier, not to bottle things up, excellent, holiday, and to hopefully find a job that fits in with my hectic life. Excellent. Not bottling things up is really good for you. Find someone that you can talk to. Even write down all the words that you want to verbalise and get stuck in your throat. And practice saying them on your own. Practice those conversations on your own before you then take them to someone else, to, if that might help you. So, but don't overthink it. When you bottle things up, certainly when it's to do with partners or work colleagues, and you want to say something and you can overanalyze how the conversations are going to go. But I think some healthy trying to verbalise it first, or writing it down to help you verbalise it, is important. Where would you like to go on holiday, Claire? Let us know. And what kind of job are you after? Catherine said, you've met my other half, Carla. Expect the oi in big letters. Yes, I have met your other half, and I don't know if she's watching or she's listening. So, like, shh. But yeah, flowers, clean the car, wash the floors. It's all good. Are the kids still up, or are they in bed, Catherine? Because I know last week that they were part of Empower Hour. I wanted to check on little man's progress on world domination of designing planes. And if your other half is listening, Catherine, hi, miss you. Oh dear, excuse me. One thing that I read this week that I thought was really helpful is, if you are writing 2020 on any formal documents and you go and put the date as like 05, 01, 20, you shouldn't. You should always make sure you use 2020 so someone can't sort of backdate your date. So someone can't go in your document and then put 2016 or da da da. So I thought that was a very handy little tip because I hadn't thought that. And running a business, obviously, I have to think of these things. So that's my top tip. Claire has come back with, I'm always over analysing things. We're going to Clacton. Excellent. I'd like to help out in schools, maybe as a SEND school. Oh, so Castledon College, we've got locally, Claire. See if you can volunteer in a school. That's what myself and lots of my friends did actually when we was doing our degrees. If you can volunteer, then it might get your foot in, and then when jobs come up, you can apply for them. So, because not only do you hear from them, hear about the jobs, you also then have got to know some of the school staff and how the school works, and yeah, and you'll be able to answer those interview questions. Right. Carla, I totally back up the point of not over-analysing hypothetical conversations. Been there, done it. Absolutely. I think a lot of us are guilty of that, of what will they say, what will he say, what will she say, and it could go this way and it could go that way. I would just work on your own conversation. Always keep everything kind, polite, and work on how you're going to present how you feel. That's really important. And then whatever they say, you will deal with in that moment. You can't second guess what people are going to say. So you have to deal with that in the moment that it happens. Kids are in bed and hopefully can't hear you. He is still enjoying designing his planes and was studying Boeing on the internet this week. Well, he's certainly going for his goals, isn't he, Catherine? So that's fabulous. Can the wife hear me? Before I get into trouble. So, anyway, yeah, I think going back to the second guessing conversations, I've had that quite a few times in my life. But more often than not, my personal one was never saying how I felt, never expressing how I felt. I'm not a great person at that. I really struggle with that. It feels that it gets trapped in my throat. And I learned many years ago to start to break down those barriers. So, but it's still a in progress. But we've all got different barriers of different kinds. Some people scream and shout everything that's in their head, and can lose their temper and can rage up like a fire all of a sudden. So we've all got very different temperaments, whether we can't get our words out, whether we scream, whether we throw things, but it's about working out who you want to be and how you want your behaviour to be, and then working on it slowly but surely. So it is a hard one. It's not easy, but that's why we do this, so we can say, look, you're not alone, because I think that's the most important thing, is that you realise that you're not alone. When I have worked with children in the past, a lot of children get very angry because they can't express how they feel, and they don't know the words. So even with adults, we're teaching them the words. There's something called is it the emotions wheel? Let me have a quick search. The emotions wheel. Yeah, look up the emotions wheel, guys. It's a brilliant resource to use, and it basically classifies. Oh, my page has turned into Yahoo for some reason, but the feelings wheel or emotion wheel looks at sort of sad, joyful, scared, mad, and it breaks down what the words are in each section and what sort of how you'd be feeling, and you can work on that both with yourself, and if anyone's got children, it's a fantastic resource to work with children at getting them to understand how they're feeling and they can then express it. So Catherine has said, I do the trapped in the throat thing really badly when it's personal or likely to upset someone, but I can present to hundreds of people without a second thought. It's genuinely about how I imagine or over-imagine the conversation going. Yeah, I get that. I really do understand that, Catherine. I think have a look at that wheel and have a look at how you can phrase things. Try having a go at phrasing, even starting with some of the smaller things, or just even saying to your partner, and to anyone's partner or anyone's colleague or whoever you're having trouble with, just saying, look, I appreciate that this isn't you, but this is how I'm feeling at the moment, and find those words and just say, but I want to make it right. How can we make it right? But it is hard. I tell no lies. But get those. Use that vocabulary wheel. I think that's brilliant. It's certainly helped me. And we can't worry in a way too much what people think. I mean, if you go calling someone a cow or lose your rag, then your conversation is null and void from that moment. But if you say, look, I'm really hurt by what has happened in this situation, but I'm just bringing it to your attention because I want to ensure that we can move on from this, or I was crying the other day. It's because I felt frustrated, and I felt frustrated because from my point of view, this and this and this was happening. Could you please help me understand how we can then make that better and move forward? So the thing is, when we're little, we tend to we get told off an awful lot, and it leaves us feeling, I think, very defensive of how we feel. So something that happens to me personally is when someone is not telling me off, but explaining, say if I've hurt them unintentionally, of course, but it was never my intention to do that, and then I feel that I've let myself down, or but ultimately I always want to make it right. So it's about having that calm conversation and going, okay, how do we make this right? Yeah, and it does take practice, unfortunately, and maybe we'll get it by the time we're 90. Anyway, I'm gonna have a sip of my drink. I've got Ribena tonight. I'm staying off of me fizzy. So, let's get the cards out. Oh, right. We've got the stressless. Stressless. Right, what should we go for? Right. Hug, touch, or be gentle. Hug and touch other people as often as possible. If not physically, you can be gentle to others with words and actions. Bring gentleness and concentration to your speech. Ask people how they are and listen. and sprinkle good and encouraging words into your sentences. Physical touch and touching words produce oxytocin, which reduces anxiety and fear, the basic elements of stress. That's very true. But if you're going to hug or touch someone, can you please make sure that you have permission to do so? Because some people just don't like to be hugged or touched. And yeah, so don't go grabbing people and going, oh, I'll give you a hug, it'll make you feel happy. Because some people just, it won't make them feel happy. But we can all be gentle with our words. And even more so, we can be gentle with our words to ourselves. Has anyone seen Star Wars yet? The latest Star Wars? In it, there's a new android that gets plugged in. And I can't remember their names. What's her name? Can't remember. But the girl plugs in the android and she goes to touch him and he says, oh, no, thank you, and backs away. And she's like, oh, okay then. And it was really respectful to how people that don't like to be hugged can go, no, thank you, and that's fine to do so. And for the potential hugger to go, oh, okay, I respect that. So I thought that was a very funny little part of the film, and it shows how much like we're moving on in society by recognising that we can't just go grabbing people. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it's nice to have someone lean in and give you a hug, but yeah, sometimes if we're feeling prickly or we're just not huggers, then that's something that we've all got to work with. So it doesn't mean to say anyone's broken or wrong. I remember I never used to like being hugged, and one day my old boss just grabbed me and hugged me, and I got a promotion, admitted. So and he grabbed me to congratulate me, and I was like, and I will say, actually, his persistence of keep hugging me, it did break down my barriers to be hugged. And I don't mind being hugged now. I prefer being a hugger than someone that gets hugged every single time you meet me. Like, if someone needs a hug, I always give them a hug. It's my absolute pleasure to be able to do that. But I'm not a hugger on a sort of daily basis every time I see someone. So yeah, we're all different. Right, so that was stress less. Now we go over to empowering question and we'll see what we've got. Ooh, okay. Where am I going and why? Where am I going and why? Where am I going and why? Where am I going? I'm going to work every day. Why? Because I love it. Where am I going in life? Well, I've still got plenty more working years left in me. So I'm going to work every day. And I'm going to work every day so I can enjoy my time off. And my time off will be spent with my friends, my family, and looking after me. So my three priorities: myself, my family, and my friends. So, interesting question. Where am I going and why? Let me know yours, guys. Right, so we've been doing our 2020 challenge. We started off our 2020 challenge on January the 1st. We are doing 10,000 steps a day. We are aiming for 10,000 steps a day. I know the lovely Jo has been smashing hers. She's been putting it in our Healthier You Facebook group. Where we're all getting together to share our getting healthier journey. February, we've got February coming up, dare I say, very quickly upon us, where we're all signing up to park run, and we're going to do a bit of a tour of the park runs locally. So if anyone wants to join us on our 2020 challenge, this month it's the 10,000 steps a day, and in February it's to go and take part in the local park run, and that's either walking to the park run and volunteering, or walking or running the park run itself. So it's up to you how you want to do that. But park run is a fabulous weekly timed event of 5k, which is 3 miles thereabouts. You can walk it, you can run it, you can hop it, you can skip it, it's up to you. But all you need is a barcode that you can get for free off of Park Run website, and you can just turn up 7:45 anywhere in England. They're all over the country, they're all over the world in fact, and most of them start at 9:45 in the morning, 8:45. And yeah, fabulous way to get involved in your community and make new friends and get out there. So we're going to be doing that in February. We're also going to be in March doing swimathon. So we'll start the training for that. Sort of, I'm building month on month. So I'm starting to get into the pool 4 times a week now, and start that. So by March I should be ready for the swimathon. April, can't remember what we've got April. I know May has got Snowdon. We're doing Snowdon. We've got 15 people booked on Snowdon now. We're going to be doing Mount Snowdon in Wales. June is our skydive, and we've got a couple of people booked in on that. So it should be great. We've got so many things planned for 2020 with regards to our healthier you. So yeah, it'll be great. What else have we got coming up? We've got our social event this month on the 13th. We're all going bowling. I think it's the 13th. Let me check the calendar. No, it's not. It's the 15th, guys. Wednesday the 15th. So in a couple of weeks' time, Team Motivated, we all go bowling. If anyone wants to join in for that. There's about 16 of us last time. And it was quite funny because the ages went from 5 to 73. So it's fabulous to have so many wonderful people join us. So the Happy Hub will be back open from Wednesday. It's going to be closed tomorrow and Tuesday, so we can get some team training in, because we want to make sure our guys are all supported in what they're doing to be able to support the community. So we're going to be doing some safeguarding training. We're going to be doing induction training for new starters. So if anyone will be interested in volunteering for us, even if you're not local, doesn't matter. You can still set up a Motivated Minds walk, anything your way. So let me know where in the world you are, and if you want to set something up for to support your local community for their health and well-being. What else have we got coming up in January? We've got launch of our new programs, so that'll be going live on the website. Hopefully by the end of this week you'll see what new programs and times and what we've got coming up, so that'll be good. We'll have the spa days kicking back in February. Hallelujah, because we don't do them after sort of October, so it's been a few months since we've all been to the spa. So off to Aqua Springs we go. It's got hydrotherapy pools, steam rooms, saunas, jacuzzis, swimming pool, and a little coffee bar in there as well, to buy a jacket potato if you want that for your lunch. And we tend to go there for about four hours. It's only in Colchester, so it's not too bad. If anyone ever needs a lift from Basildon to Colchester, I usually drive. Yeah, so we'll be doing that again in February. I'll let you know the dates next week. What else have we got going on? Just a year of, it's all coming in so quickly. A year of fantastic surprises. We'll get Stubbers back on. We'll be doing nuclear races this year. We'll be doing, as I said earlier, the skydive. That was very popular last year, and the pure joy of Joe and Beth's face of doing it. And I know that we've got a few other people already signed up for it. So, yeah, I can't wait to share those moments with them. So remember, mental health isn't just about mental illness. So many people always think that when we say about mental health, it's about being ill. It's not. It's about every single one of us having sight on our well-being, on looking after ourselves physically, being able to verbalise how we feel, put in place healthy boundaries, contribute to our community, and just live happy. So just keep sharing the love, guys, please. Look after yourself, love yourself. Right, okay. So Monday tomorrow, my plan for 2020 is to get a healthier bedtime. I've really struggled sleeping the last 2 nights. I think I've had about an hour a night for the last 2 nights. So tonight the laptop will be going off after this. A book will be coming out and I will be reading for an hour to get myself asleep, and then hopefully 6:30 tomorrow morning my alarm will go off. I have the 5-second rule when my alarm goes off that I have to get out of bed and stay out of bed. It has gone well this week when I've done it. Get a good healthy breakfast in and go for a swim. Well, I'll be swimming tomorrow and then I'll be having breakfast. And then I will be going to work to see my fantastic team. And tomorrow we've got a team building day actually at an escape room. And I haven't done it before myself personally. So it'll be a new experience for myself and the team. And it's a great way to do some team building. So that'll be rather awesome. So what have you guys got planned for the week? What have you got coming up? Yeah, let me know. I hope some of you get to join us on the Walk for Wellness. We've got 3 now. We've got a Monday one at 1 o'clock with the lovely Karen walking around Gloucester Park. We've got Thursday mornings one at 9:30 with me in Northlands Park, Pitsea. And we've got Bonetta's one on a Friday at 11:30 at Memorial Park, Wickford. So we've got 3 going on in the borough. So be sure to pop along. And please tell other people about what we've got going on as well, because it just might be their cup of tea or what they need. That'd be wonderful if we can get new people joining as well. So my wellness warriors, I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to let you all go. This week we're a little bit shy of the hour, the Empower Hour. We're more of a Empower So, but I love you all, and I hope you have a wonderful week. And I will catch up with you all next week. You can feel free to message me on Facebook, or if you want to email into Motivated Minds, it's admin@motivated-minds.co.uk. Keep loving yourselves, guys, and sharing the love to others. Bye bye.